Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate Chocolate Designs. Please say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me. Let me know that you're here and that you're watching. And Evan's already barging into the room. Oh my goodness. Andy's back out again. We'll see if he stays with us. If he comes back or if he doesn't come back, we shall find out. In just a second, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you type in that keyword, you'll get a list of supplies for all of the things that we're using tonight to make this project. And the keyword for tonight is moon, M-O-O-N. Type moon in the comments for me. All right, let's get this up and rolling so I can see all your comments and say hello to all my friends. Here comes Evan. Oh my goodness. Hi, Florine. Hi, Terry. Hi, Maxine. Hello, Paulette. Thank you. Hey, Florine and Jan. Hi, Holly and Leanne and Corey. How are you guys doing? Hello, Wendy. Oh, here's you guys. There he is. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's kind of off to the side showing his mask, pushing me away. All right, you guys, we're going to do a really fun project today because I've actually been watching some YouTube videos today for something that I've really been wanting to learn a little bit more about, and I want to share this with you tonight. Evan, you're just making a ton of noise. Please stop. Oh, can't wait for them to be back in school, you guys. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Kathy. Hello, everybody. Hi, Zanny. All right, so you guys, we're going to start off with a couple of things tonight. We're actually going to start with this one right here. A piece of watercolor paper. Hey, Carol. Hey, Elizabeth. Just a piece of watercolor paper. You can get this just about anywhere. They are going to, well, last night he snuck his tablet under his blanket and was up till 12:30 when I finally caught him and made him go to bed. So this is just, you guys, from any old place you can find a watercolor. It says heavyweight watercolor, acrylic, acid-free. Any kind of paint pad or watercolor paper will work just fine for this. And we're using a B-size transfer that's actually got two different pieces. Hey, Missy and Sue and Renee and Linda and Roxanne. We're going to use this transfer here. It's a size B, but it's got two different pieces on it. So there is the spider, and then there's one that says the moon made me do it, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys. Yes, I do. You guys, it was a full moon like 2 days ago, right? So we're going to go ahead and do the moon made me do it tonight because I think that it's just fitting. Oh, hi, Brenda. Yes, you caught me again. You haven't any of your notices. Oh, no, it's probably because I haven't been on for that last week. So once you start commenting more, then it'll start giving you notifications again. Hey, Tracy and Missy. Okay, you guys, where did it go? Oh, here it is. It's under here. So we're actually going to make this into a 5x7 piece of scrapbook of watercolor paper. And we're going to do some fun things with this tonight with some of my distressed inks, okay? Yeah, the moon made Evan sneak his tablet in. The moon was beautiful. So you guys, let me tell you, when we were up north, there was the full moon, but there was also a thunderstorm that rolled in. You guys, I'm just going to cut this down to a 5x7 piece of watercolor paper. And I want to cut it down first before we even get started, just using my little cutter thing here. So I've got a perfect 5x7 piece. So while we were up there, it was a full moon, but there was also a thunderstorm that was happening. And, oops, I dropped some stuff. The thunderstorm was crazy because you saw the entire sky lighting up with lightning all over the place. And the rain was like a quarter of a mile away. So we didn't get a drop, but we got to witness all of the lightning throughout the sky just flashing with the full moon off to the other side. It was really, really cool. An awesome thing to see. All right, so you guys, here's what I've got here. This is my piece of cardboard that I use to tape things down to paint on. And I have wrapped this with a piece of wax paper for this project tonight, okay? Y'all ready? Here's what we're going to do. Hi, Kay! Oh my goodness, girl! Now, you guys, I do want to warn you right now, if my video does stop abruptly, it is because we are having thunderstorms right now here in Michigan. And there are already, oh, the word is moon. There are already over 20,000 people without power. So I'm hoping that I don't become one of them, but just in case, it might happen, y'all. All right, so these are Distress inks from Ranger. I've got a whole bunch of different colors. I love to purchase these, but I've never really figured out exactly what to do with them. And I thought, you know what, let's finally watch some tutorials while I'm cutting ribbon today and see if I can figure out a good way to make this stuff happen, okay? So we're going to experiment today and just kind of figure this out as we go. Hi, Kathy. All right, so the first one I'm working with here is called Black Soot. Black Soot, which I just thought would make a really good night sky color. And we're just going to take our pad. What you don't want to do is stamp down on here. We're just going to use this to put some ink on that wax. And we're just rubbing it around and getting all of that black color on there, okay? Quite a bit of that. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome in. Once that's down on there, now what we want to do is actually activate this Distress ink with some water. So I'm going to squirt some water on here in some different spots, and I'm going to keep squirting until it starts to pool in different areas. Oh, I like that a lot already. Hello, Arlene. Oh, you guys, I thought that was water until I sprayed it. That's not water, that's alcohol. Oh no! Let's start again. I don't know if that'll do the same thing with alcohol. I thought that that was a little bottle of water. That was the alcohol that I used for my, oh shucks. I forgot, I need to label that thing to say alcohol. I just smelled it and it smelled really potent. Where you can find a huge piece of burlap. You might, maybe at a fabric store. That's the good thing about the wax paper, though, you guys. It's just gonna wipe right off. I know, right? That's what I get. Okay, don't use that. I bet I had it labeled, and I bet the alcohol just took the ink right off of that. So let's do this again. There's our black ink right on that wax paper. This time, let's spray it down with some water, not alcohol. Hi, Tanya. So let's see. I do have a bigger water bottle. I like the little one. And we've got some little dots going on here. We've got it activated, and you guys can just kind of see how it's pooling in some spots, and we've got some water. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our watercolor paper, and we're just going to kind of have to check Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. And we're just going to kind of go through this ink and pull it through to get it on the paper, okay? And it's kind of on here in different places. And you can just kind of see that it's all over the place. I'm actually going to dab it and see if that helps out even more. And your paper might curl. Don't worry about that. Your paper will go back into place where it's supposed to be. Apparently you don't have enough alcohol on you. I don't think I did. Hi, Mary Jo. Apparently not. Apparently not. All right, now we can take this thing and we can just kind of give this a little bit of a dry and start drying it up a little bit. We've got it to where it's a little bit black. And we're just going to we're going to start layering this in different layers, okay? And I'm okay with the fact that there's some white spots. This is supposed to be for distressing. You see as it's flattening back out as it dries. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do it again, but this time just kind of patting it down and picking some up, okay? And you guys see how it just kind of gives this really cool, different kind of pattern on here? And it just looks super, super cool with these inks. You just heard that, oh, it's probably the cord of this hitting my mouse. Is that it even louder right now, right there? It's probably the cord of that hitting my mouse. But you guys, look at the texture that it gives on that piece of paper. I just think that that looks so stinking cool. And you can just kind of keep going back in and dabbing and getting more spots and layering that ink. Is it better now? Happened twice already. You guys, I really don't know. So we're gonna have this really cool background for our moon when we're done here. You've done this method with plastic wrap. I just think it looks so cool. I bet you it's my cord, y'all. I really do. It's happening with different lives that you've seen this evening. Wow. All right, I'm going to do it one more time. I do like the looks of that. And then we're going to start adding some different colors in here in different ways. But I'm going to see if I can't pick up most of the rest of this ink. And you can kind of move it around and spread it around. Hi, Carol Allen. How are you doing? But look at how awesome that looks, you guys, especially for a Halloween. For anything, really, though, because you can use so many different colors. So that's how you're just going to dip it in there. Sounds like a ping notification. I really don't know, you guys. I don't know what's causing it. Oh, I probably should have kept that up here. All right, now we're going to start layering and adding some more color to this with different distressed inks, okay? And it's going to look pretty darn awesome. All right, I'm going to wipe this off. And we're going to go ahead and move over to... You don't hear my... I really don't know, y'all. I have no idea what it could possibly be. I really, really don't. I'm going to grab one that's called Aged Mahogany. That's what I think, too. Maud did this with plastic wrap. Oh, my gosh, you guys. I tell you what, sometimes great minds think alike. I have no idea that Maud did this today. No idea at all. All right. So I'm going to grab a couple of other little ink pads here. Oh, do I have any? Oh, I thought I had more of those little pads right here. Hold, please. It wouldn't be live without having a hold for me to find something, would it? Always, Laura. You always put us on hold to find something you forgot about. Every time you go live, you put us on hold to find something you forgot about. Stop doing that. And I don't see them either. Of course I don't see them. Oh my gosh, you guys, they're in here somewhere. I have more of those little pads somewhere. I don't see them. Okay, whatever. It's okay. We'll do it some other way. But I did find another spray bottle that's empty. All right. You don't mind? I'm so glad you don't mind. I wonder if I've got any of these. I do. See, I've got a couple of these just tucked in here in colors that haven't been used yet. I just need to get some extras of those little ink things. We'll use this one because it's, ooh, where was the one that was barely been used? This one right here. Barely been used. We'll use these. We'll use these too. Oh, heck, I did have one for that one. All right. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to grab a couple of these. These have just got a piece of Velcro. Oh, thanks, Crystal. And they just Velcro these little pads right on here. And I've got some that are round and I've got some that are flat. I prefer the round ones to the flat ones. all the time. So this is the one that doesn't have one. This is the one that does. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building some layers on here with these ink pads. We're going to go ahead and just load this up with some ink. And the first thing you want to do, you're right, Linda, we never find what we need until we're done with our project. Exactly. Exactly. Or I'm getting ready to go live and I try to get everything that I need, but man, I forget sometimes. So when you're using these, you want to start off your paper and kind of build up around your edges first. You guys see that color? Isn't that gorgeous? And then work your way in with your color in a circular motion to get that really going. Hello? And now we've got this really cool red edge on here. And then I can take my other one that's like a purplish color. And I can kind of do the exact same thing, but this time going from the red down in a little bit. And just giving this really cool purple and red effect going along the edge of this. And then we can add some more even to this. See, I went a little heavy-handed there because I didn't wipe it off first. Let's just pick some more up from right there. This one right here is called Seedless Preserves. And the other one is Aged Mahogany. So I started with black and then went Seedless Preserves and Aged Mahogany. And the awesome thing about these Distress inks is that they are water activated. So now I've got these other colors on there and it's kind of blended together a little bit. But I can activate it with a really more, you can see doing a flower, absolutely, like those new, the new florals that we just got out. What are they called? The ones for the month. I'm going to go ahead and pour some water in this little spray bottle because I like these little, too much. I like these little spray bottles. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to take this spray bottle with some water, real water this time, not alcohol. And we're going to spray it right on top of our paper where we've got that color that came through, okay? Yeah, the birthday flowers. And then I'm just going to take a piece of paper, paper towel, and just kind of dab right on there and pick some of that ink back up. See, I feel like I need a little bit more water on there. For this effect. I have not used the spray bottles of Distress ink yet. No, I have not. This is what I've got, and I was like, I'm going to learn how to use this stuff first. But I think that this is turning out pretty darn cool. And it just picks up some of that ink and leaves these little watermarks on here. Let's see if we can dry that up a little bit. Y'all, look at how awesome that looks, though. I think we're going to come back in with a little bit more black and make it a little bit darker. Yeah, I knew that there was distressing spray bottles. I want to get all the Tim Holtz stuff. If I could, I would. I love Tim Holtz. I think it's awesome. Mona's in the house! Remember though, it's paper, you guys, so it'll flatten back out. Especially because it's watercolor paper. But look at how cool that looks so far. Oh no, I just lost my video. Oh, Facebook, what have you done to me? See, I hit my mouse. Whoops. Moon is the keyword, you guys. All right, let's come back in with a little bit more of this Distress ink in the black again. And I just want to hit my edges with this. Can you guys see what spraying that water on that did on the bottom there? On that red and on that purple? I think it looks really, really cool. But you just keep building up your different layers of different colors. So I just want to add a little bit more of that black right around my edges. And in my corners. And make that extra, extra spooky. So I'm pressing a little bit harder in my corners and coming off of the page to get that black going all the way around. Where Evan is out in the living room, I think he's watching television right now. Or maybe he's on the tablet still. I hope not. But they did stop and watch Mario just a little bit ago. He and his sister watched Mario together downstairs, eating bags of potato chips right before dinner time. I didn't know that they took them down there, and then neither one of them was hungry for dinner. I can't watch him every second of every day, you guys. I just can't. Oh, I think that looks really cool. I do wish that the middle of it was a little bit darker, but I think we're going to be all right. Let me see here. What will happen, because you guys were experimenting, if I just come here right in the middle and I add a little bit darker of this black. You can still see all of that distressing in the background of it, even though I'm putting black over top of it. Oh, you guys, how cool is that? I think it looks awesome. And then we can give it just a little bit more water again and see what happens with it. So they're activated by water. Such a cool effect if you ask me. I love, love, love my Distress inks. But I've just been wanting to learn how to do more with them. And I hope that you guys have been wanting to learn a little bit more too. But just playing around to see what we can do with them tonight. I think they look super, super cool. All right, let's try to hit this with just a little bit more water. It does. It looks lunar, doesn't it? Yes. I love that. Let's see if I can get some. You know what? Let's go with the bigger spray bottle and see if I can get some bigger spots on here with the bigger spray bottle. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that, Lynn. You guys, I think that right there just did it. Like it totally brought out all of those black dots. Made some extra black spots. And I really love the way that this looks. I'm so glad, Kathy. I'm learning myself. I sat here cutting ribbon just watching YouTube videos today. And I was like, that's so cool. I want to play with that tonight. All right, so I've dried it up enough now that I think I can probably use my, no, I'm going to keep going and just try to dry it. Because now I've got the spottiness on there. If you guys can see that or not. Where it actually brought the ink out to the edges of those spots. So we're just going to dry the water right inside there. How cool is that? Linda, now I see it. It looks, the dots look almost like wallpaper. Gives this really cool distressed look. Y'all, I love how this turned out. I don't know what to do about my dryer cord though. Maybe I gotta stop moving my dryer so much apparently. Or maybe I need to move my cord so that it comes this way instead. I'll try not to do that so much. Oh, you guys, I love this. All right, so there's our paper. Look at how cool that background looks. I love that. I love the look. I love the look. With that, and then your wax paper you can either throw away or you can wipe it off and you can use it again and again. All right, here we go, you guys. You got your craft closet set up today. Awesome. Oh, I gotta label these so I know which one. It's the right one. You guys, if I forget, remind me that the one with tape is water. The one without tape is not. Just so I know that there's a difference. Okay. The next thing that we need to do is we need to wax up this surface. Because remember, this is paper. And with paper, you need to put surface wax on it before you put your transfer down. Okay? And we're just going to use a couple of colors tonight. We're going to use vanilla and some Storm. The small spray bottles came from Amazon, and I've had them for a long time. A very long time. All right, so there's our surface wax. Remember, when you put this on there, then you need to buff that off really well. Otherwise, your paste might not stick to your surface, okay? Where's my buffer? You're welcome. I don't even have the link for it because it's been so long since I purchased those. All right, so here's the transfer that we're going to use. It is called... It's got the Moon Made Me Do It on one side, and it's got the spider on the other side. I did cut this transfer right in half because it made it easier to work with. And we're going to use the side that says the Moon Made Me Do It. So we're going to give this a lot of fuzz, you guys, because we're doing this on paper. We need a lot of fuzz on here. And before you put it on your paper, make sure that you've got your paste ready to go. It's watercolor paper that I'm using, Linda. Just watercolor paper. And then I've got a piece of cardstock that we're going to cut a little bit bigger to put this over top of. It's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Wanda K. Send me a message, girl. Send me a message right now and let me know it's your birthday, okay? But I understand you get a lot of calls on your birthday, and that's a great thing because everybody's telling you that they love you. I know. All right, here we go. Vanilla and Storm are the two colors I'm going to use. I'm going to get out my squeegees right now too, just to be sure that I'm ready. And then we're going to put this right down here. Now, which side do I want to have up? I think I want that side up. I think I want this side up. And we're going to put this right on this piece of paper. So I'm going to start in the middle and kind of work my way out. Just to make sure that I've got no air bubbles in there and that I've got all that coverage in there, especially since your paper kind of folds a little bit. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab some of each color, and we're kind of going to do a little bit of a hot mess effect on this in some different areas. So I think what I want to do first is go over the entire thing with vanilla, okay? So this is similar to white, but it's not white. I should have just used my bigger squeegee, y'all. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's an off-white color. The vanilla is off-white instead of being that bright, bright, bright white. And once I've got that all covered, working as quickly as I can, then I'm going to come back in with some Storm. And I'm just going to add some Storm in here to my moon, just to give it a little bit more definition and color and make it look more like a moon. You can add as little or as much as you want to that. Okay, you guys, let's check it out. Let's see how this turned out. We're going to get this pulled up pretty quickly before that paste starts to dry. And you guys, oh, it's already drying because it's paper. Oh, no. Oh, that still looks really cool. I got one little spot where it dried too fast, but it's supposed to look distressed. So I think that that looks pretty darn awesome. What did you guys think? Do you love it? Oh, I do. I love it so much. I think that that looks so cool. I think that looks so cool, but hold on, you guys. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Don't go anywhere yet. We're going to dry this up. You guys, how awesome is that? And it's so simple, and no two will ever look alike. Okay, we're going to dry this up really fast. And then we're going to wash our transfer. And we have something that just returned that I think is going to make this that much better, okay? Thank you, Victoria. The cord, again, it's bouncing. I'm sorry, y'all. Looks like the cover for a book. Yeah, Carol. It does kind of. All right, let me put this over here. Grab out my towel. We're going to wash up our transfer really fast. And then we're going to put a second layer of color over top of it, okay? Trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a good spray with just some tap water. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try to not let it bother people. Get all of that paste right off the top there, because these are reusable silkscreen transfers, so you can use them over and over and over again. Thank you, Lynn. And we're just going to use our board eraser to get all of that paste right out of the transfer. And then flip it over and do the same thing on the back side for anything that might have bled through. Oh, you guys, there is so much dog hair on this towel. Oh, I can't put it down on there. Not like that. Oh, too hot there to do anything else. I hear you, Pam. Thank you, Callie. I think we might be doing more with these, you guys. Moon is the key word. All right, now with this all cleaned up, I'm going to give it a little bit of some heat. Not too much, you guys. I just want to dry it quickly. And bring back all of that stickiness, okay? And I don't want it to be wet. All right. So again, we want to make sure that our paste is ready for this, you guys. We're going to throw some glow in the dark paste over top of this, so that in the middle of the night, the moon and the stars and all of the things glow. So our glow in the dark paste is back. While supplies last for a limited time, you guys are going to want to get this glow in the dark. But I know for a fact that if I try to turn off my lights and show you guys the effect, you won't see it. You won't. Not right away. It needs to charge, and this is a brand new container. Oh, that is still wet. Still wet. Hi, Shelly. Moon's the key word, you guys. All right, so I'm just going to lay this down right over top of where it was before as best as I can. Line it up. And I'm usually pretty good at lining it up. Pretty good. It's not perfect, but that's okay. The kids are excited about starting school. They just found out today who their teachers are going to be. One of them I'm not thrilled about. We'll find out if he stays in that class or not. We'll find out. We're just going to go right over top of this with that glow in the dark. It does change the color slightly. And it's kind of hard to tell where you've got it and where you don't. So make sure you get your full surface. It's also a lot thinner than the regular paste, okay? And we're just going to carefully pull that up. And now it should glow in the dark, okay? Super, super cool. The UV light will make it show up. Okay, good to know, good to know. We'll finish our project then, and then we'll see if we can put the UV light on it and see what that does. I didn't fuzz, Tina. I probably should have fuzzed. Y'all know I skip steps sometimes. I don't mean to, but I do. Yes, you should have fuzzed. I probably should have done a surface wax in between those layers too. I get excited to see the project finished, and sometimes I skip steps. Whoops. I'm sorry, y'all. Do as I say, not as I do. Whoops. All right, so I've got a couple of frames here that I could use for this. One of them It's just a plain old frame, you guys, probably from the Dollar Tree. This would fit right in here. You could definitely color the frame first. I don't know. I might have even gotten this thing at Goodwill. Who knows? Just a plain Jane frame. You could put this in and decorate up your frame. But since I've got this, even though it's retired, I love this. And it's one of these drop-in box frames. A 5x7. You guys, this is a retired surface, but I do like it a lot. And it fits a 5x7 pretty perfectly, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this just to make it a little bit stronger, and we're going to cut this. I just channeled your grandmother? How did I channel your grandmother? Girl. Let's do this one to be, I don't know, 5.5. Wow, that's a really tight fit in there. The other one was 5x7, so I'm going to do this one to be 5.5 by 7.5. I don't know why I just did that, but I did. Oh, she did? Hi, Bridget. How are you doing? All right, so this is just a piece of black scrapbook paper that's got some really cool design on it that I thought would look awesome with this tonight. And it really, really does. It really does. So I'm going to grab out here. I have just this glue tape. Again, from Amazon. You guys, I get so many things from Amazon. And I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just going to glue tape all the way around the edges of my watercolor paper and layer it right on top of that scrapbook paper. I'm even going to put an X in the middle just to be sure that it's good and stuck down. And try to center this as best as I can. You could measure it if you want to. I don't measure. But y'all, look at how cool that looks. No, I didn't make sure that my black paper fit inside my frame. I sure did not, Jackie. But it should, and it does, and it's perfect. And y'all, take a look at that. Take a look at that. You can't even see the black paper hardly because of the frame. But look how awesome that looks. Isn't that cool? So pretty. So pretty. And it should glow in the dark. So let's see if we can make it glow in the dark real quick. I'm going to see if I can get my black light out here. I've got one. It works. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the lights off. We're going to turn at least one of them off. And then I'm going to shine my black light on it so you guys can see. Hold please. Hold please if y'all want to see the effects of the glow in the dark. I'm still here, you guys. Can you see me? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but look at this. Look at that, you guys. Can you see how that glows in the dark? Oh my gosh, I love it. Can you, oh my gosh. Even this does not give you the full effect of how that glows, but it totally glows in the dark. It's amazing. Super cool. And my kids are absolutely going to love this. And then I can tell a ghost story. No, not really. So cool, right? All right, let me get my at least one light back on. At least one. And you guys, there's our project for tonight. I think it looks awesome. I hope that you guys love this tutorial and this new technique with the distressed inks. Wow, it's really dark in here without my ring light, isn't it? Oh no! Oh my gosh. Okay, going back around to turn it on so I can take a picture for Facebook, because you all know. And then you guys can get a really good look at it. I want to know, are you guys going to try the distressed inks? Because I think that they're so much fun. You guys, moon is the key word, okay? Moon's the key word for all the supplies that we use tonight. I think it looks amazing. I love it. And that's it for me for tonight, you guys. Yeah, that's it. If you want to know how you can get 30% off of all of the product that we use tonight from Chalk, the silkscreen transfers, the chalk paste, and the ink, join my Perks membership. $10 to join this month, and you instantly get back the $20 in product credit. And for those of you guys who don't know, we do have a new product release coming up this Friday that I'm super, super excited about, and I cannot wait to show you guys Snoopy's new autumn collection. So we'll see you guys soon. Love you so much. Thanks for tuning in tonight. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please send me a message, and I'll see you guys back here later. Bye, everybody.